to Lucky Chang's.
What?
All right, call a cab girl.
Yeah.
I'm not paying.
Nope.
I'm on welfare. I can't afford it.
No Lucky Chang's in this house. What are you talking about?
No, Lucky Chang is my friend who lives down the street.
Oh.
Yeah. He does alterations. Yeah.
Oh. Is that what we're calling Evan Clayton now?
Yeah. Have you seen that new collection?
I have.
And a Mother May I.
You know, unrelated to anything, and this won't matter to anyone listening, the church across the street has a... What is it? Simpsons? And
It's church learnings with the Simpsons every Wednesday.
Hallelujah.
The tagline today is God spelled backwards is dog, and that's man's best friend. Or something along those lines. And I read it and thought, praise him.
Praise them.
Praise him. Appraise them. I don't know.
These men are dogs. Treat them like them.
Walk me like a dog.
Tina, bring me the leash. I am so excited today because it's not just us today, which is always wonderful.
I'm
Shanda,
thrilled
love it.
for the guest today.
But
I don't think any of you understand. You will at the end of this 2-hour podcast.
This is a 4-hour special.
Yeah. It's sweet.
I have a curfew tonight, so...
Oh, shit. We gotta get to going. Oh,
Okay.
get to Stepford, bitches.
I can do an hour 45.
Okay.
Pack it up, pack it in. We gotta go.
All right, and the timer starts now. This is, I would say...
That was easy.
Well, today we have on, dare I say, my favorite drag performer of all time. And that's not even a joke. Probably the most iconic Vancouver queen of all time.
One of the funniest queens I've ever met in my entire life.
More catchphrases stolen by me than anyone else in the world. I can't believe it.
You want to talk influence?
Yeah.
You want to talk looks?
Legacy. Hair. Nails.
Legacy.
Ripped fishnets.
Yeah.
Ripped fishnets are iconic.
You want to talk about stacking?
Classique.
You want to talk about who invented stacking?
You want to talk about the sunglasses reveal?
Give it up for the delicious, highly kissable, highly smoochable. Fuck!
This app
Sucks.
blows. We're not going to use it.
But we're here with the amazing, the illustrious, the talented, the singer with the secret, Cinty Winters.
Yeah!
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
That's strange to hear that, like, you guys think I'm so funny because I take myself so seriously.
Yeah.
When I was out there.
Yeah.
I know, and I'll give you a peek behind the scenes. That's what I love.
Right.
Yeah. That's where that comes from. It's a mad respect. No one, like, when we talk about drag, actually, Kevin and I always talk about if there's, like, someone that, like, does full drag, not many people do, like, full drag the way you do. Like, you really do, like, keep that alive. That is everything.
You are top to bottom, head to toe. Every piece is thought about. It's always a story, as they say on the television.
Yeah, there's a silhouette. Textures.
Important.
There is a recognizable silhouette. Okay.
And you can hear me coming because I'm wearing too much jewelry.
Jingle jangle. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How many
If you're
clip-ons today? 6.
6. Not enough.
Poison, can I borrow a bracelet? I'll give it back, I swear.
if you're into 8-foot tall wigs on 10-foot tall women, then this is the performer for you.
That's correct.
Cinty Winty, Cinbin, Cinnamon Winters, legend. Welcome.
Hi.
Wow. It's been a long journey. It's been a tumultuous journey. Your word.
Suspicious.
But we're so glad to have you here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here too.
Oh my gosh.
I heard Kevin was doing the podcast. I'm like, no.
No, bitch.
I'm gonna slide in here.
Yes. You slid in them DMs
I'll
right
take
away.
a break from rehab and come do a little podcast.
Damn right.
That's
Absolutely.
I got my nails done for this.
Ooh.
You can't call those nails. Those are claws. Those are weapons.
Mm.
Yeah.
Welcome back to our ASMR channel.
Yeah. We need the app. We got this.
That's you coming down the hall at the Fox. On all your spindly little legs.
Tiptoeing around.
Curse of the Spider Woman just coming down the hallway.
I call it partying the seas when I go to the Fox. I go on the dance floor and they all just split.
It's true.
Cinnamon. Before we get to the current state of affairs, I'd like to take you back to when I first met you. Mm-hmm. Do you remember?
Cobalt.
No, incorrect.
Really?
Oh, wow.
It
Fuck my
was.
drag.
Yeah. Well, you could be correct and I could be misremembering, but it was at the Astoria for brain candy.
Oh my god. That's so true. That was right before Cobalt started, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I think you were. It was.
I
Because
remember that night I mixed up Lewks Gray with somebody else. And I was talking to her the whole night and I thought it was Lewks Gray and I wasn't. Fresh little 19-year-old baby gay. Lewks Gray, you're so hot. I love you so much.
Blonde hair, titties. Must be Lex Gray.
It's gotta be. That's just so funny.
Oh my
wow.
god. Yeah, I remember because you barged right up to me, said that you were a big fan, and then I said, "Oh, where have you seen me?" And you said, "I haven't," which I love.
I love
the honesty.
But I'm a predator on the internet, so I
Yeah. But like, how cunty was I? I was feeling my own gig, being like, "Well, where have you seen me?" I definitely haven't picked that up from other drag queens in town. Excuse
Listen,
me.
though, it worked. I tipped you after that.
You sure did.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. Brain candy was so fun. Yeah, but I remember because you said, "I'm going to do Mr. and Miss Cobalt. My name is Cinnamon Winters."
This was like a week before Cobalt started, right?
This
I
was
think.
so
Six.
shortly before it started.
Yeah.
And
I remember because
Yeah.
they told me to go to events around the city because I'd never really been out before.
Oh.
So then I was living with these two problematic lesbians at the time.
Yeah.
And then I just saw it on Facebook. We got pissed drunk and then just bust on over.
yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that was actually the last. I think no, that wasn't the last brain candy party we did, but it was the second last.
Wow.
Who did you do that
Yeah.
with?
That was me and Inappropriate, Junita Work.
Inappropriate, right? Yep.
Yeah, and I think
Didn't
it,
Valynne do one too?
yes,
Valynne did one with
Val.
you.
Oh, so Valynne did the one with us at the Fox, I believe, and so did Peach. And I remember that one because that's when we got Raziel Reed came and covered us
Ooh.
in his gossip column for paper issued Daily Extra magazine.
Okay, work.
Yeah, that was fame.
That is real
That was,
fame.
baby, you want to talk about queer history? Getting written up in Blitz and Shits by Raziel Reed?
Wow.
Mhm.
That's big.
Yeah, Governor General Award winner or something, I believe now.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I love that.
I barely remember that night at Brain Candy.
I,
Don't remember meeting you. I remember talking with Sold and Baron outside.
yeah.
They were out of drag, I think.
The only, like, this is going to sound like I'm kissing your ass, but the only thing I remember from that party is how much I loved the lighting scheme at the Astoria and meeting you. And that's it. I see photos from that night and I'm like, oh, I decided to wear that. Okay.
Bold choice.
Yeah.
I forget sometimes that I can make a lasting impression even if I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was just
It's not too
shocked
important.
how young
Yeah.
you were. I think
Yeah.
that's what just rocked my boat.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
But I loved it. And then you went to Cobalt and you killed it.
Mhm.
Crushed it, you might even say, into the first round.
What were you? How?
I
Cause
had a
you,
strong start.
You did, yeah.
You
Right
did-
out the gate.
you did
Yeah.
the Cobalt twice in a row, right?
Yes,
Because
I
we
did.
did one together, but
We did the 2016 one.
yeah, you did the 2015 one first, though.
And we were robbed.
I completely
Let me
agree.
tell you.
Yeah.
We should have had the
The
first
glamour
one win.
queens were robbed.
I agree.
And I'm devastated. That night ruined my career.
that,
Let me tell you, I walked right off that stage and I was pressed.
I was in a high horse
I was
that
doing a
night.
repeat number and I didn't win.
You're telling me?
You were showing the judges consistency,
Yeah.
and you did not take it to the top.
I was the only one to bring a look for the crowning.
That's true. Actually, that's
In
the
the
max.
first
I brought a
week.
gown.
Yeah. And you, yeah.
We're skipping ahead. That's the 2016 one.
Yeah, it's 2015. I'm getting ahead. I just got excited because let me tell you, that's my whole first experience, and I was just like trying to interrupt because I'm a little bitch. But yeah, no. Let's talk about 2015. So you just did the brain candy, and I love that you were talking about looking on Facebook too because that's 100% what I did.
And I went to Electric Circus too. I think that week before.
Electric Circus.
Isn't that what it was called?
Yeah, we had
The 90s night or something?
The 90s mashup night where we'd have like artist versus an artist, and
That was
that's
Valynne versus Sold.
Oh yeah, that sounds. I can't remember which theme that was. I'm thinking of Electric Circus, specifically mine, because we watched my Mariah Carey performance the other week. And if you haven't seen that on YouTube, have you heard about this? YouTube? Check it out.
It's worth listening to
where?
this.
Yeah.
They don't give me a computer in rehab.
Yeah.
I'm just here for free Wi-Fi.
I'll put together a storyboard you can take back. A little flip book.
Some in a sharing group.
That's right.
Oh my god. It's 2015. And I can't remember. So after you did Cobalt, did you start doing like regular performances? I remember you being very much a good time gal who was just always out on the town up in drags.
Or some half drags.
Or some half
just
drags.
like a fur and like a heel.
Yeah, but like you've always turned to look like anywhere you go.
Yeah.
So tell us more about after the Cobalt. Jesus Christ, this fucking phone.
Well, I felt pretty isolated from like the queer scene before I started Cobalt. I didn't really. I just would creep on the internet, right? And I was so socially anxious and like just came to the city for like a year.
From the suburbs.
From Mission.
From Mission.
Yeah, I'm a good time Mission gal.
Wow.
You, Ray Sunshine, and Nikki Revenge.
Exactly. And let me tell you, they're two of my closest friends.
The holy trinity. Holy trinity.
I get my 10% off of Studio Effects, let me tell you.
Fish, you better. You fucking earned it. Oh my god.
Oh, you fish. You
Oh.
Fish recognizes fish.
Oh, fishy wishy.
We're all just so expensive.
It's true. Oh my
Anywho,
god.
so-
Anywho, so, yes.
So, what the Cobalt did for me, well, I felt fucked up the second week, but whatever, it was my first time doing drag. It got me connected to a bunch of people. Namely Poison Apple, who we don't really talk much anymore, but I don't know, I felt like I had like a little drag family starting, like brewing.
Yeah.
I got to know Valynne Vile, who I got to like impersonate while I did it, who ended up being my drag mom. I don't know, I was just really eager to like get out there and meet queers. So, and I also just like had a lot I wanted to get out on stage, right? So
Yeah.
I just,
And if you want to meet people, like, the thing, you have to go to shows.
exactly.
To
So I
be
would
part of the
message
whole-
like Carlotta, do like little free Junction shows on Saturday, and like I would do like little Shame Spiral slots. I did one with you, I think, like near my birthday.
I remember that one.
I don't,
Yeah.
but I got a fierce photo on my Instagram from it.
Yeah. I remember the looks. I don't remember any of the performances.
I remember I did Jessica Lange's version of a Lana Del Rey song. That's all I remember.
Oh my god. Little American
It
Horror
wasn't matronly
Story.
enough, so I had to add Jessica Lange. Because you're 19.
Already a baroness.
We're in a maternity gown, ready for the party.
Because I didn't think I could have direct children.
Yeah.
And now there are 14-year-olds who have like a full drag house. And
Yeah,
they're
it's
like,
crazy.
And as they should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love the whole concept of it. I was definitely one of those bitter older queens, and I had no excuse for being like, I can't believe babies having babies, because like I had been doing drag for, I think at that point, like 3 years.
Totally.
But I was annoyed when everyone was like, I have a house, I have drag
Oh, me too.
kids.
Like my
and
first 2 years, the judgments were crazy.
it was so
I'm like,
yeah.
Eva Scarlett just adopted a drag kid. Like, I don't even know if that's the queen that did, but that's I had it happening. Like I was.
Yeah. No, it was true. It was like that period of time where everyone suddenly
But what I've learned is,
adopting.
who cares?
Exactly.
Exactly. I learned that
Wow.
lesson real quick
Right?
after I checked myself real quick.
Like,
And I'm
the
like,
reality is like we're all queers trying to find
Fucking family.
purpose and connection.
Totally.
So what's the problem if like a 20-year-old adopting a 30-year-old, or like, just who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? Who cares about style of drag?
Yeah.
Performances that you do.
Totally.
Like, all of that stuff. Man, once you peel back that layer.
It gets pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
And the two of you are two of the queens that helped me take myself so much less seriously.
Because
Because the level of polish.
A compliment and a read. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, but I would get so in my head, but like I would have these like infamous freakouts in my apartment before I would go out.
I remember.
Because I thought I would they carried on for years.
Oh, yeah.
And just because I thought I had to be this like certain level, right? But like, I don't know. I think it builds you a lot of confidence if you go out looking busted. So.
Yeah, well, I can attest to that. I will say though, like I don't remember a single time where I have seen you get ready and not just have been in like awe of you. And I think that's the thing is like that's your level of like I think the difference is like you have such a clear and wonderful vision of like your eye is so good. And I think that's totally fair to be like you love your art, you care about your art, you don't want to do anything bad. And you fucking you shoot your shot. And it landed.
My struggle though is like the reason I like drag is because it is so campy and like punk rock, and then here I am taking it so seriously that this eyeliner is like dripping. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When in reality, I like to go out and just fucking fuck it up with the girls.
Yeah, exactly. We all just want to party.
The moment the wig and the lash and the lip is on, I'm fine. But I hate that process of when I was getting ready and the anxiety would just take over.
Yeah. And that's fair.
Yeah.
It is fair. But it's nice to like sometimes find that like that balance of like, yes, you want to like be true to your art and you want to like recognize the fact that like, yeah, maybe you don't want to just like rush out with just like a little bit of lip balm on and call it a day.
Totally.
But like also just, give yourself like some fun and enjoy that process.
Totally.
And I don't know what the balance is. For me, I just have never been, I need to find the joy putting makeup on, period. Like for me, I'm always like, oh God, I got to put on the fucking base and then the lip and the blah, blah, blah. And then by the time I'm done, I'm like, ugh. And so that's sort of been my struggle with like getting back into drag has been like,
totally.
Oh God, like, you have to put all this fucking makeup on.
Oh, it's a chore for me now. Like I had to put two of the girls at the house in drag plus myself.
Oh, I saw
and
the
all
photos.
I had was
So
like
cute.
all I had was like a little Rubbermaid of like fishnets and like just ripped shit, like a bunch of black bullshit. So I painted them both. They both looked great. And then I found myself like scrambling to get ready because I didn't have anything left. I just had scraps.
Oh man!
But the actual process of painting them was fun because I'm not on amphetamines all the time anymore. Which I think had a big part to do with that anxiety for sure.
Yeah.
Took it down a notch, which is nice. Comes through in the work.
Totally.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Would you say for like now that you have done drag for quite a while, and before we started the podcast, I was just talking about how Cinnamon's always in a look, like all the time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's blended into your daytime.
Oh, absolutely.
Day walking.
It's
persona.
Good observation because it has for sure.
Game recognized game.
And that's actually become like way more important to me now because I don't know, drag helped me figure out that like I'm non-binary and that I like to perform all the time, and it's not so much like a mask to wear, it's just like a little bit of who I am.
Yeah.
Like shown to you non-verbally, right? So.
I think that's so beautiful. I love that stuff because we talked about with Kebby how sometimes drag helps people find, or not find, but like unlock certain parts of their personality,
Totally,
and their persona that it just makes them more comfortable day to day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that had to do with getting like sober, but at the same time, like drag was such a passion for me, but I kind of had to put that on hold while I was at the house.
Right.
So I would just start fucking turning looks in rehab because there's some downtime there.
Yeah.
It all happened when I was in detox. I put a dress on and I felt like Stevie Nicks. And then since then, in like August, I've been like, my wardrobe is like quadrupled. Like my day wardrobe.
Yeah.
Not even, my drag wardrobe is like in a storage unit somewhere in Surrey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like actually.
So if she's coming out, it's a trip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And if I don't have my claws, I'm pressed.
Fair enough. And they're beautiful claws. I'm glad you have them. I'd be pressed too.
Yeah, I love this Easter motif going on here. Yeah.
Feeling festive for Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
for morning group, I just like slip on a tracksuit.
Yeah.
Like a one-piece tracksuit to go get my meds, and then I come in group. And then I put on my afternoon look.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, we've got a couple changes throughout the day.
And then I have my evening look.
Just a silk robe. Yeah.
No, that's when I go home.
Oh,
yeah, of course.
The evening looks to go out to like a meeting and stuff.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That
if you're
podcast
not,
look.
I was gonna say because this is a stunning
No, this
fashion
is
moment.
easy breezy.
Yeah, I love this.
I love the pant though.
I know.
It's like a leathery
Salvation
legging.
Army.
Oh, we love her.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. My kind of price point.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're not following Cinnamon Vava Voom Winters on Instagram.
Which is due to change.
That's gonna change.
Yeah, I love when you change your Instagram name.
Yeah, it's changed more than
Mall Golf Winters.
Mall Golf
Gremlin
Winters is a big
Gremlin
one.
Toes Winters.
Big fan of that one.
Yeah.
That one's my favorite 'cause me and my good Judy Haley, God bless her, rest in peace in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
We were just really drunk one night and I was trying to fit into like the fireplace that got removed from our apartment. Just like the little square. And I got all my body in there except my toes. So she took like a zoom in like haunted photo of me. And it's just my toes sticking out.
Fucking Gremlin toes.
So what do you do but change your Instagram handle?
Of course.
When you're looking at such beauty.
Were you also Wizard Hat Winters or
No,
Cinnamon
girl.
Wizards? Cinnamon Wizards.
That's Dust's name for me.
Okay, that's where that one's coming
That's
from.
where that one came from.
Yeah.
That's a Dust moment.
Oh.
No, I've had Part the Sea Winters, which Molly Poppins thought was Past the Salt Winters. Which I think is brilliant.
It
but she
loses
can't
something
read.
in translation down under.
Pass the salt.
Pass the salt, mate.
Yeah. Throughout my day, though, I just go around. I'm like, ooh, Oven Mitt Winters. I am such a narcissist. I just walk around and think of Instagram handles. Aquatic Center Winters. Bus Pass Winters.
There won't be a more versatile drag performer in this city than Bus Pass Winter.
And it's why I have no followers.
Yeah.
I change it all the time.
That's right, but you're an elite. You got an elite account. That's how I like to think about it. Yeah, you are.
Pervade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The cream of the creme.
Yeah.
The tip of the top. I don't know how to. I'm gonna shut up.
Tip Top Winter.
Tip
Tip
top
Top
winters.
Tip Top Taylor.
Tip top
Menswear Winter.
winters.
Do y'all ever see? It's gone now, but the restaurant on Kingsway that was just called Tops,
No.
No.
and it had the big neon sign outside that just said Tops in like 5 foot. You can still see the shadow on the sign of where
Wow.
it said.
No wonder it's shut down.
Not
Not enough tops to
enough
fill it.
tops in the city,
Huh?
baby. Yeah.
I got a pin that says Power Top, and I wear it all the time in rehab, and everyone thinks it's hilarious, but I don't know why.
I'm just like, this is the straight facts.
I put it on my like little story girl purse, and they think it's so funny. But it's true.
What do you want? Oh, I love that.
That reminds me of on Commercial Drive. There's a new restaurant called Daddy's Kitchen, which makes me laugh every time.
Daddy's Kitchen. I haven't seen Daddy's Kitchen
It's right
yet.
by the Fresh Slice above the station.
Oh, shut the
It's
fuck
called
up.
Daddy's Kitchen.
Daddy's Kitchen.
Cooking up something good.
Chef's kiss.
Can you? Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? I'd like to.
It's pasta.
It's pasta.
Daddy's Kitchen sounds like a pasta joint,
Oh my god, I love that.
if I've ever heard.
Well, that was a great discussion
From
about
Cobalt 2015.
Cobalt 2015. Oh shit.
You dropped, casually dropped rehab in there once or twice. Anything you want to say to the kids? I feel like I don't have to be gentle broaching the subject, but I just got shy about it, which is silly.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people are shy about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're in a community that's like kind of driven by
Shame.
and alcohol
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time.
and regret.
Yeah.
The party is very real.
And I used to have a lot of shame about it, but like it's my life at hand, so it's what I talk about most of the time right now because I kind of have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in rehab for like 8 months. Well, institutions at least, because like the way I was running my life, like thinking I'm this iconic glamour girl
In my mind.
in my mind, and I
Yeah.
laugh at it now because I really did think that. I thought it was like by the end of it, I don't know, and then I found myself evicted from my like 14th apartment in 5 years, and homeless again. And so I went to detox, and I've been in there since September. Yeah, and then I had a little slip like 6 weeks ago because I was in second stage and I was working there. Trying to dabble back into drag a little bit, like we did one disco, I think.
Yeah.
Which was really fun for me. It was a good experience.
Oh yeah, Kevin Wolfhard said that you guys were there and it was a nice night.
It was, and I did the whole thing sober, which was good.
Beautiful.
But
not an easy thing to do.
No, but I had to be a little more tepid this time because then me doing that, I was like, okay, well I can do it again, and then kept going out a little bit more, and then led to me when no one's looking, like chugging a drink. So it really is that deceptive for me that like it can happen that quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
And then from there I was like running like.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I called them, told the truth, because like old me would have like lied about that shit and just taken that bed in second stage. And just tried to keep it as long as I can because like I need a place to live. I'm a survivalist. Blah blah blah. But those lies like keep me super sick.
Yeah.
So I told them about it, and now I'm back in first stage. And it's going so well.
That's so good. I'm
so glad.
Genuinely like so proud of you because it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, it's really not.
Especially like we said, being like a nightlife person.
Totally.
Even if you're not like performing every week and hitting the shows and booked and busy, like the whole atmosphere and the whole vibe is constant. Like if you're a drag queen, you walk into a bar and they're shoving drinks and shots in your face.
Totally.
Every 2 seconds.
Being a self-centered alcoholic will manipulate that for years.
I mean, that's your right.
Exactly.
You put on a lash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get
I'm not winning this line. I need a lager right now. With a straw. I don't care if you're making them gone.
And she's humble getting a lager.
I know where the straws are. Down there.
Plastic? Banned.
Yeah. Don't play dumb with
I don't know. I think I knew for a lot of years that I had a problem with drugs and alcohol even before I came to Vancouver. But I also knew I wasn't ready to stop. And I wasn't like willing to just isolate like a lot of people do in addiction. I still wanted to go out and make friends and make connections. It was hard. Like, even with you, like you're someone I respect so much, and like it was, I love seeing you out and stuff, but like there's a mental block for me that I can't take it further than like, hey girl, and like a couple jokes, you know what I mean? And that's because of the addiction.
Right.
Right?
Well, thank you. I'm honored that you respect and love me. Because
Yeah.
I feel the same way about you.
Totally.
100%.
It's just a few people in the scene that I like would want to get closer to, but just wouldn't know how to get there because I feel like I have this big bad addiction that I don't want to fucking like put on them, right? So yeah, it got pretty messy like near the end there. I'm pretty lonely. Yeah. Like you saw me like in what was the disco like a year and a bit ago?
A year and a bit ago. That was
Yeah.
probably and I remember.
Where I just gave a notice to my apartment. And,
Yeah.
Like, it was about to go down.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like my last hurrah doing drag, and then it did go down.
It did go down. It went down hard. But I will say that, like, and I mean, I can just say this as like from a personal standpoint, the way that you've documented it on Facebook too, and been so open. Like, I cannot say how thankful I am, not just as like a friend, but also for like the people. Like you doing that has affected so many people in so many positive ways, and like it like it almost makes me a little bit emotional, like even just like talking about it, because it's like, you know, I do love and respect you and so much, and like to have you be so open and just like know that is like so intensely powerful for everyone, and like you being like, yes, it feels like a lot, like you're talking about it a lot, and keep doing it, because it's like
well, I would get in my head about it because like when you're in the scene, you're getting gigs and stuff, you're so in your head about, what are people going to think about this post or like this or that?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys relate, but like I do.
Yeah,
Big
100%.
Right?
Big
so
time.
then when I got sober, I'm making these posts and I'm like, what are these like certain queens going to think of this? And in reality, it doesn't really matter because like it's still my personal Facebook, and like it's my way to update the people that care about me how I'm doing, because I can't go send like 100 messages, right?
Yeah, of course.
And like I said, I did make a lot of connections while I was out there.
Yeah.
And didn't in the moment know how much people care about me, but now, like in retrospect, people cared a lot.
Yeah.
But in addiction, you kind of have to take it upon yourself to make those first few steps.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a psychological thing that I think people understand but don't, because they won't unless they actually experience it.
Well, we talk about this in rehab. It's like, what was it? It's like actually empathizing versus sympathy. People can sympathize and like, like this looks externally bad, but unless you really experience it to your core, like you can't truly empathize.
Yeah, that's very
And
true.
I used to have a chip on my shoulder about that, because I'm like, fuck you, y'all don't know me, I'm disenfranchised, like this and that, right? And thought I was like entitled to a lot of things that I actually wasn't.
Bottom line, cut and dry.
Yeah, exactly. Cotton.
Cotton.
Bottom. Line. Well, I feel called out.
The audacity. Fucking nerve.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Audacity. Harry Potter and the audacity of that bitch.
No, that's a very good point
God.
too, though. I think that's a big thing, though. It is like totally a difference between sympathy and empathy when it comes to those kind of things, right? Because it's like, I think it is important too to have people around you that can truly like not just sympathize but empathize, like who have truly been through it, and like because it is different talking to someone, because it's like you don't want to feel like
Totally.
you know it's important to be opening up to people, but it is like really beautiful and wonderful that you like found some people that
Exactly.
like, do
Because
that
even like
with.
some of my best friends, like they care so much, but they just
It's different.
like what are they gonna do?
Yeah, and some people who you might be very close to just don't have the tools, like the mental
Exactly.
capacity to process on their own,
Yeah.
which is no fault on either party.
I was trying to use a lot of people as a counselor, and like that's not fair to them or me. So
Yeah, especially to, I think a lot of people would like maybe be able to put themselves in that shoe where they can say, oh, I like use their friends as a counselor, and the whole narrative of that is, oh, well, you shouldn't put that on your friends, but the person who needs the counseling shouldn't, like, it just sucks that the system isn't totally set up to help people all the time with the services that they need.
completely.
Because everybody should go to counseling, everybody should try it. It's not going to be the right fit, so it takes a long time, but it, like, you deserve that kind of specialized help.
Totally.
Like so many other people do.
And I found myself stuck for a very long time trying to access that help
Yeah.
while trying to keep up all these gigs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Big
all these
time.
like once or
Totally.
twice a month gigs.
No,
Because that's enough.
no, but bitch, for real. No,
But
for
honestly,
real. Like, I would not go to. Like, I stopped going to therapy literally because I was like, oh, I got a show
Yeah.
this month. I can't go.
Right?
Literally, no. You just
Exactly.
stop. You throw
or like
it out the window.
I'm trying to get a psych eval, but they have to split it to 2 parts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, You think I got time to make a second appointment? I need my green marble spray, bitch. Yeah, it was just a really tricky time of like disillusionment and like anxiety and grief, because my mom passed away like shortly before I moved to Vancouver.
Oh, that's
So,
right.
Yeah. So the plan was for me to stay in Mission and go to school in Vancouver to become a type admin assistant, because I type like ridiculously fast.
Yeah, well, I've been hearing it on the tape.
Yeah. From my days playing World of Warcraft.
Oh, yes.
But then she passed away, so it was just me and my like alcoholic stepdad. So then I moved to the city. So, and I didn't really have a lot of friends, so I wanted to make them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like, what's a 17-year-old kid to do?
Yeah, it's really
But,
fun.
like,
So young.
But
yeah.
do a bunch of drugs and like try to find their place in a city, right?
Mhm.
So I've definitely dropped the shame from that now.
Good.
It's just like, what do I do now moving forward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think your whole, like we've already said it a couple times, but your whole journey and story is just like, it's just admirable, you know, to where you are right now and
you.
everything that you've gone
Yeah.
through. I'm impressed and I love you.
Love you guys too.
Impressed is the wrong sentiment, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, it's so cool.
It's partly why I wanted to come do it, because like, I think it's important to talk about,
Yeah.
and I would like to get back there in the scene eventually, like just a little bit.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And on your terms and in a
Yeah.
different way.
Some tepid stylings of cinnamon. Maybe.
Yeah. The cool mental
Yeah.
stylings
Yeah.
of the cinnamon wizard.
I think we got a title for your one-woman show.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Right? Just like a little something, but I want to have a safety plan this time going back in, because the most important thing is this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Big time.
You can't perform if you don't take care of yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's like such an easy thing to say, but like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Like,
I burnt myself out
yeah.
doing so many shows and
Totally.
working a full-time job and partying myself.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think
like,
we all have that in common of like feeling like exhausted from doing drag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
100%.
me personally, like creatively stifled.
Hugely.
Yeah.
Hugely. Doing the same thing over and over, and
Yeah.
like For me, I
Groundhog Day drag.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mandy McDowell.
I'm about to fucking scream. About to fucking scream.
Groundhog Day Winters.
Groundhog Day Winters. Fuck.
The running tally of different names. We'll put them all in the description.
Slide into our, what Kevin kept saying? Slide into our DMs. You want to know the real
DMS.
tea? Get in our DMS.
Our DMS.
Slide into our DMS.
My God. Slide into the monarchy, baby.
When is investitures?
Can't wait.
Oh my God. okay,
Coming
investitures, what a time to pivot into the monarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, so I didn't know this, but you have a monarchy title from TMS?
I guess. I don't know. Do I?
Technically
Does
speaking.
the royal flush count? Is
Yes,
that okay?
I suppose so.
Take us back. Take me back. Because this is when I was fully removed from
Totally.
anything that wasn't related to me.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
If it's not Text Me Live, I'm not going.
Well, nobody did. So.
Hey, that is not fair.
Yeah. I know, you were the most dedicated.
We got
Yeah.
some real Text You Live fans here.
Yeah.
You hear that, Jim? You hear that?
Yeah.
We got real fans. Okay. So that was, I guess. Okay, wait.
2017.
Now, was this before or after the recruit?
This is after the recruit.
Okay, because I want to talk about the recruit a little bit later, but let's
Oh,
talk about
we're
this
gonna
first.
talk about the recruit.
'Cause
I was robbed.
you literally were fucking robbed. Cobalt
I've been robbed in
this.
every competition I've ever entered.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Facts to facts.
Fuck
Yeah.
the city.
Vancouver.
Fuck this drag. I was not a member of the Royal Flush, but I was a flush adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
I was a toilet paper roll to be flushed, and I felt always very honored in that group. But no, what happened there? It was Jane giving up titles that night.
Yeah, and she just sent us a little surprise message being like, can the three of you come to Investitures 45 at the junction?
That hotspot? Yeah.
Which I'd never heard of before, but I thought I'd throw on a red beaded gown and show up.
Yeah.
It didn't hit the floor, but who cares? I'm tall. So yeah, me, Kebby, and Poison Apple. Sorry. Anywho, we were given the title of Royal Flush, which I think was shady.
Yeah.
Looking back.
Yeah. What the fuck was that about?
She's like, you messy mess party girls.
Yeah.
Trash. But we were the highlight of that night, let me tell you.
I fucking bet.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I can confirm being there.
We all show up in gowns, just like completely done to accept our little paper. And we walk up like, oh, he's somebody.
And then you got them framed.
I did, yeah.
You-
My ex-boyfriend got them framed for us.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was the time, like, I was really close with Poison and Kebby. I'm still in with Kebby. So I don't know, it was like kind of cute that we had like,
Yeah.
a little title together. Yeah. So my ex-boyfriend got them framed for us. And I still have all of them.
Just dealing them out, girl.
Because I've never seen them put art up in their apartments.
I was gonna say, bitch. Oh, you
And I decorate. Even in rehab.
Oh, I
I
love
have all my ceramic cats out there.
She's got trinkets. She's got tchotchkes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so funny.
And then I guess the most notable thing from that night would be... I'm a sentimental, witchy kind of person, so we all went to the washroom and we're like in the 3 stalls in the women's bathroom, and then I counted to 3 and we all flushed it at the same time. And then the toilet handle of mine fell off, and so I put it in my clutch. And I still have it to this day.
Still got that junction
My claim to fame.
momentum.
You know Byron's still trying to find it somewhere. Scurrying
That's
around.
why he never booked me again.
Yeah.
Oh, that little bitch. We should get that engraved.
Oh
should
my
get that
god.
engraved.
Get it polished up real nice.
Get it bronzed.
Yeah.
Put it with the titty wine.
Give me some of that tit wine, baby.
Turn into a bottle opener.
Oh my! Oh!
Oh, the creativity knows no bounds.
Oh my God! I cannot wait. Ugh.
Open up some titty wine with this toilet handle corkscrew.
What is happening? You took me there.
Oh god. That's the power of titty wine.
You know Sage has opened a bottle of wine on a toilet before.
Oh my god. A shout out, a very special heartfelt shout out to Sage Elder, who we all love and have name checked, I believe on Dispishto. I think we've name checked her on every episode.
I think she's the most prevalent force in our community.
It's true.
100%.
Yeah, she's kind of taken a bit of a step back too, but like at least from like when we were heading out quite a bit, I will say for a fact, Sage Elder was at every fucking show.
Every
fucking show.
Even we watched an old video of me at a party we did at Oasis when it was open called Jerk It Fridays, and I think it was 2014. And we're watching the video, and Amy's like, Sage Elder, just in the front row, waving. She got the little bun up the top, little tendril down the front for character. Yeah.
Sage is an iconic good time gal.
Oh my god.
Holds a special place in my heart.
Oh, the woohoo was so spot on. I felt teleported. I felt seen.
Woohoo! I'm disgusted.
Oh my god.
Or can I have some of that sparkling water?
Oh yes, girl. We're gonna take a quick little break, and we'll be right back after these messages. What a refreshing taste.
Oh hey girl.
Hey, ma'am.
Nice to see you there.
I'm just here having a good little sip of this sweet titty wine by the Sage Elder with my good sis. How does it taste?
Moist. For the girl on the go.
Exactly. For the girl on the go. Who has time to step on grapes anymore?
Whether you're on the toilet or at a drag show.
Get yourself a bottle of Sage's titty wine.
Does it come in any flavors?
Just one.
Cheap. It comes in Copper Moon. Or $7.99 rosé.
I'm running right out to the shops to get one now. Okay, now here's the
Do they
thing.
have non-alcoholic titty wine?
What? A Welch's grape juice.
That'll be okay. When you make your drag return, we're gonna start marketing non-alcoholic Sage titty wine, and we'll use your face. We'll market
It'll be
it.
important.
Yeah, it'll be hugely important.
Yeah.
Imported from.
Now speaking of importance, I love listening to the two of you talk about a very special time in Vancouver drag history, known as The Recruit.
Oh, sound effects and everything.
Yeah.
Ooh, who's starting, girl?
That's
Well,
a good
who
question.
started the fire?
How did you find out about The Recruit? Was it just the Facebook post, or did Valynne tell you about it?
I cannot remember.
Because it's a weird time for me.
I just kind of like swooped into it and like then had to go to that little photo shoot thing.
That's right. Okay.
I don't really know how it happened though.
No. I just remember there was a...
I just remember Shady Or got eliminated first.
Yeah. She like self-evicted. Shady Or was gone. She showed up and she had to go on vacation for the next 3 weeks and said, I'm out.
She had to slither on out.
That snake costume. Oh, baby. Shout out to Shay. We love you, girl.
She knows how to make an entrance and an exit.
Shay.
She's a part of our Cobalt grad class. Thanks, girl.
If you get runner-up in the Cobalt, then you go home first in the Recruit.
That's what you get, bitch. Taking our crowns.
And we will successively go home week 2 and 3.
And and you can count on that. I'm a week 2 girl.
Listen.
I'm a proud and true week 2 girl. Oh my god, no, I made a video for that actually. A video.
I remember that. That's actually an iconic video.
I would love to do some video content. So that was fun. But no, we did it, and like, you were one of the few people I knew when we went to this photo shoot. Where it was at like a,
Some dumpy place in East Van.
Some frumpy, dumpy. It's like recording
good mirrors,
place.
though.
Great mirrors. The whole place was mirrors.
I didn't even know anyone was there.
Yeah, it was so weird. What was your number for the first week? What
I
was
did. Oh fuck! Portishead number.
Ooh.
You know me. What's it called again? All Mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a nice
And I had
one.
Ryan Price. Shout out Ryan Price. Come and be my like little boy toy for it.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but you definitely were part of that drag class of always having like a little boy toy to help with a performance.
Yes.
Remember that was like such...
Well, if I couldn't sleep with them, I would bring them to my number.
Yeah. That was such a trend for like a year. There was
Yeah.
always just like some little twink
Totally.
as part of a set piece.
Yeah, I just threw a harness on him and shoved him on the ground.
Yeah, love it.
Great.
Easy peasy.
I remember that night because Kevy spilled her poppers
Yes.
on the ground.
Oh
and
my
so
God.
This is my first one-on-one private conversation with Cynthia Kiss. Because I went 9th and she went 10th of the 10 contestants.
Mm-hmm.
And there I am in the back with the empty bottle of poppers just huffing them right before I go on. And then right before I go on, I'm like, girl, don't judge me. And I just put them down.
Oh my god. But this photo shoot, why did you have to do...
It was for the social media. There was a social media contest. So the most likes meant something.
Rogue.
Yeah, so Rogue won. And I remember at the time, I was like, she bought these likes.
Oh, it was a big thing.
It was a big thing.
We would always kiki at my house and be like, what the fuck is this bitch doing?
This bitch bought her likes.
How this girl that's never done drag before have 400 likes.
Yeah, who is she? Where did she come from? Yeah, Rogue
We were
too.
shook.
Fully
And
shaken.
gooped.
Yeah.
Before gooped was a thing.
Gooped
Oh
and
my
gapped. It was so true. No, Rogue and Cynthia were the biggest gooperies from that competition without doubt. Oh my god. And then I think my first week I did a performance of Cool, and I did a naughty remix of it, and it was a lip sync, and it was awful. It was so bad. It was terrible. I had a stacked
You were in the bottom
wig.
with Kevy.
Yeah, and I was in the bottom 2 weeks in a row. And that lip sync.
You were the calorie Kardashian Williams.
If there's one way I
Cold.
describe my friend.
Miss Calorie Kardashian Williams.
Kardashian.
You know what? There's worse things you could have called me.
Because you know what? Carbs are friends.
Carbs are friend. Not,
Well, I could have called you the
not-
Kamara Black, but I thought calorie was a little better.
Thanks, girl. Thanks, girl. No, that was so bad. And then we did that lip sync. Me and Kevin, we kissed during it. It was a great time for us. It was very sexy. And then the second week, I did a really shitty Slay For You number. And that was when Jane on the mic said, I didn't like it, girl. Where were the whips? Where were the chains? And I really took that to heart. And so now every once in a while, I'll just be like, I'll just use that as a flippant comment. If I watch a number, I'm like, girl, where's the whips? Where's the chains? I'll live for that. So like that's what I took from that.
Obsessed with that.
That week. And then we did a lip sync, which was they said was like the worst they'd ever seen.
And you know what? I agree.
I agree.
There's the whips.
There's the whips.
No chains,
No,
though.
no chains, girl.
I'm sorry.
Serious.
Where's the daddy ring chokers?
I was gonna say.
Okay, wait. Who else is in this whole competition?
Okay.
Because I know of the recruit, but I have no idea why they needed to have it in the first place.
Well, you left.
Just no clue whatsoever.
Just fully dissociated.
Well, they needed a new cap queen.
Yeah.
So they got Cynthia Kiss.
Yeah, that's right. You have a Synth and Smooch. You had Rogetta. You had Cinnamon. You
I
had
had drag entity Alma Bitches.
Alma Bitches. You had, oh God,
Coco Klein.
Coco Klein.
Carmela Barr.
Dust, me.
Wholesome. Oh yeah, Dust was in it.
Dust was in it.
I always forget that.
That was before right after that we did Sleepy Girls.
I can name it in order. It was Shay, Kebby, Amy, Dust, me, Rogue, Carmela, Coco.
Alma,
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Oh, wow.
That's the order of the...
Eliminations.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, iconic group.
Like, who still do shit.
It was interesting because a lot of us have already been doing drag for a little bit. And,
Yeah.
like, me and Kebby thought it went in thinking we are going to win. Because Valynne was my drag mom and Jane was her drag mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the legacy vote.
And I remember Kebby turning to me on our way there. She's like, girl, if I don't win, you're probably going to.
Oh my god. The confidence.
No.
And she should have only done one spin.
She would have won if she'd done one spin, girl. You know, it is funny looking back because I remember I cried when I got eliminated.
Yeah.
I wanted it so bad. And looking back, I'm like, what in the fuck was I on?
Yeah. See, I cried tears of joy.
Yeah.
There's actually some background tea.
Oh.
So in the third week, they straight up eliminated me. But apparently they were going to do that to Rogue. But I went to Valynne Vile by the bar and I'm like, girl, just eliminate me. Like, I'm so stressed right now. I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh, you pulled yourself out.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And apparently
move.
Jem was in the back being like, oh, fuck no, she's going to fucking lip sync. She can't just fucking drop out. And I was like, girl, I pulled the anxiety card. And you know what? Alma bitch just threw her titties at Rogue, so I'm glad I dropped out.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Like,
Shit got aggressive.
Like during a number?
Yeah.
During the lip sync for her.
Oh my god! Oh.
She threw her hoodie at her and she threw her titties at her.
Oh my god.
The good whole 1-2. The 1-2 step. It was not a Ciara number. What else do you want to know about the recruit?
Oh my god, just tell me more of this.
Well, it was the birth of 2 4s.
I was gonna say 2 4s.
Oh
The
my
hit
God.
single.
And
Yes, I do remember that.
We did a live performance at the reunion.
Jem tried to cut it.
Yeah.
I think successfully.
I think she did completely cut that.
I thought that was tactful.
Yeah, that was. We used that as a promo. You were at the reunion,
I remember
right?
I had to work. And I couldn't even afford money for the bus to get home. So I showed up late, and I didn't have paint on, so I wore my classic cinnamon lace hat
Oh yeah.
that I like to put on before I start a dramatic number.
Yeah. I love that hat.
I've lost that hat since. It's
Oh,
very
fuck.
upsetting.
We gotta make a new one.
It's the recruit's fault.
If anyone listening has seen that hat, or if you stole it,
I lost that hat once, and Sage Elder found it outside her apartment and sent me a picture of it. They were going to make a Craigslist ad for it. But then she just gave it back. So that was very sweet. Anywho, I showed up with no paint on, so I put that hat on in like a fierce couture outfit.
Oh, I love that.
And then I left right after my interview.
I was gonna say that night ended when it started. That was one of the most.
Well, who wants to rehash like a dumpy
Right.
drag competition?
It
So-
was so bad because like with
And the social media was so oversaturated.
Oh my god.
So, okay,
It's
wait.
oh my god.
so you've done. So they do the whole thing. They pick Cynthia, and then they're like, "Hey, let's do a reunion
Like
special."
a month later.
Yeah, it was a minute after.
Like
And
2 or 3 weeks maybe.
yeah, it was definitely some time after. But that's so true. The social media. I can't believe I skimmed over that. No, it's so true because every week we had to do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
In our groups, and you had to get. It was insane how like Facebook. It was inundated. You had to,
Yeah,
like, Instagram,
and everyone was just
Facebook.
commenting, like trying to one up each other with all this shit, and I'm just feeling overwhelmed because I just gotta
Yeah.
get to work on time.
Yeah. No, and it got mean.
Yeah.
It got really, really
Totally.
mean. Oh god. Yeah. No, I still
And
have.
God bless Carmela Barr's photoshopping skills.
Yes, God
Let me
bless
just
her.
say.
God bless her. Shout out to you, Carm. We love you.
Oh god.
That's so funny. But yeah, that was like, because with the Cobalt, like, yeah, like you just showed up. You did it. You worked on it. You put your time in. You show up.
Mm-hmm.
With this, I don't think there's been anything like it since or before where it was really like it was a social media contest.
It
almost.
was. And I mean, that's kind of indicative of how the Bratpack continued on after.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
good for them,
true.
of course.
Mhm.
But like, I think that was the birth of like
A new
idea for Jane
idea.
and the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, now I'm, like, very good friends with, like, Daniel and, like, Cynthia. Like,
Yeah.
I love them so much, and, like, I couldn't see anyone else winning that now.
For sure. Oh, from week 1, they just completely killed it.
Yeah, but at the time, I remember being like, how the fuck did this happen?
Oh, we were some entitled hosts.
I was so mad. It's like, you're telling me these local bitches put in all this time for you to fucking
I
import?
remember that.
You want to import this bitch? You want to import her? Why are we here.
Give Cinnamon Winters a goddamn crown.
Give her the fucking crown. So you hear that?
She's the only one with pads on.
She put on a hat and pads. She has the hat and pads on. Okay, you gotta give her the fucking crown.
She taught them about liquid
She got the most
eyeliner.
catchphrases.
Catchphrases, baby.
And let it be known, I let Cynthia kiss her whole Coco Klein outfit. So I'm the real winner.
That's right, baby. You take that crown.
Clearly.
Clearly. Oh, that's so good.
Like 2.5 years later.
God.
in
Yeah.
rehab.
Just holding on to that dream, girl.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Like a true alcoholic. Let it be known. Back in the day, I got that bitch started.
Yeah, that's right.
Dark corner of a room, like, you want to hear about Cynthia?
It's classic alcoholic. Give someone something so you can later guilt them for it.
The strategies were in place. Yeah.
No, that's so funny. No, and then after that we did the disco stuff. So I think
Yes, which
Yes.
was my
Best-
favorite thing to do.
my
babies.
favorite of all time.
My
That's-
favorite party of all time that I've
started-
ever had.
You guys were doing Rough Trade, right?
Yeah, a couple years ago we had done Rough Trade, and then Trevor Risk, a good friend of mine, took over programming at the Fox, wanted to do a disco party, and so then me and Jeff Leppard and Christabel, and we all started doing that, and then
But didn't we do one Rough Trade? Me and Poison?
I believe it was.
I think...
I think it was your very last Rough Trade, because I remember I had a strategy.
Oh, that's right. No, it was called Rough Love.
Right.
Right,
I remember it
yeah.
came to the one before that. Not in
Yeah.
I still have like a Polaroid picture that you took of me
Yeah.
and Poison.
Yeah, and it looks beautiful.
It is. And
Yeah.
I remember I had a strategy. I'm like, girl, we're gonna get really fucked up and go. We're gonna ask Chandelier if we can do the next one.
Yeah.
I've seen Jane Smoker do it, so can we. And then you were like, yeah, of course.
Oh my god, yes, I remember that.
And that's kind of how it started. Like
That's right. And then you got me and
the
Kevin
Queen's getting
involved.
into the disco.
Yeah, because the regular Saturday party was just called Love.
Yeah.
And then, yes, we did Rough Love. I
Exactly.
totally
Yeah.
forgot about that.
'Cause it was Christabel's goodbye
Yes.
night, and you had me and Poison come turn a look.
Yes.
And
oh my god.
You paid us some Tendering tickets.
Yep.
My
sure
liver thanks
did.
you.
Yeah. that was our good old budget back then.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
Yeah, that was so fun to just because I mentioned on another episode, but I wanted to do drag and I wanted to do a party, but I didn't want performances. I just want to have a good time.
Totally.
And for people to come internal. And the Fox at that point was like queer people went, but it wasn't a queer space.
It got a lot more queer, I think.
And then, I mean, the disco party's still going on, and you go into like any of their Friday, Saturday night parties, and it's just chock full of homosexuals, demisexuals.
Do you think that's increased since that disco started?
Totally,
Big time.
and it's built totally on the back of you and Poison coming to those first parties, and always looking so just hot.
Well, because even Poison, like, she's not much of it. She doesn't like to dance on the stage, but she just walks around and just cunt faces everything, and it's just
And you're like,
it's
oh,
fucking fierce.
nice.
So, like all of
She
the
just sits there like this the whole time.
every woman in that place when Poison
Yeah.
Apple would just walk around and just give them the stone face stare down house down boots.
Exactly.
They're like Instagram.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like Poison. I mean, because Poison's my drag mom.
Yeah.
Poison's like without a doubt there's a lot of like beautiful hairy performers in the city, but like Poison. Oh god! Like I can really just you could just like sit and stare at them. Like that's like a
Totally.
big thing. And so like what was nice about disco as a format for all of us is like, you know, it was a great chance because like you're such a great performer. You get to dance
That's how
on
I got my
stage.
algorithm down.
Woo woo woo!
That's how I got really good at watermelon bubblegum elephant shoe lip syncing. And like, holy fucking shit.
I just thought you loved disco because
I do.
I know you do, but I thought you was like, oh yeah, I'm like a young child who knows all the lyrics, and you do your little donkey hop, which I love. Your cinnamon classic, the jump on one foot but stomp with the other somehow. It's
Phenomenal.
Astounding.
Yeah.
It's my favorite dance move in the entire world.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I would take a lot of breaks.
Yeah.
But
I know.
I loved
I
it.
know you would.
Yeah, in a Fila sneaker.
It's my thing.
Out the back door with Trevor.
That's right, baby.
Girl, it's hot in here.
Me and Miss Kevin, we'd go on our little social trips together.
Yeah.
There are like an insane amount of good memories from that party, honestly.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same,
No, it's my
honestly.
favorite.
Garbage Can Winters was born.
Mo
More
bounce.
bounce.
Mo
More
bounce.
More bounce.
Oh my god, the hot dog.
The hot dog.
Then I would not stop talking about hot dogs. was asking, what's the bouncer's name again? I love him.
Tom,
right. I kept asking if he wants to get a hot dog with me the entire night.
It was such a
And then there was
special
this
memory.
like straight maybe questioning boy. And I was just sitting with Carla in like the
ticket booth
door area.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he really wanted to come get a hot dog with me.
was
And
it one of the bouncers?
No,
No, this is just a
guy.
patron.
Oh, okay.
And then, because I was asking everyone for a hot dog because Tong rejected me.
Yeah.
He really wanted to come with me to Lucy's, and then his friends were like trying to pull him away. They were like, "No, girl, that's not a real woman."
Oh my god, I have to say, Tong, who I think is still doing security there,
He
but
is, yeah.
like he's a tough nut to crack. He's a very tough, like hard man. You have to be in
Is
that
he?
job. But that's the thing, you would never know.
Yeah.
Because his favorite night of the month was disco night. And anytime I would show up early, like with Trevor to get everything set up, he'd be like, "Are my girls coming? Are my ladies coming tonight?" And he's like, "Are the pretty girls coming?" Loved.
Because I was gonna
Every
say,
single loved
yeah.
you, loved
Yeah.
Kebby, loved Poison.
And the
but,
entire
like,
staff there
loved
is just so
Cinnamon.
nice.
That was the first time I felt like, not just like,
We were the queens of the party.
yeah, like, truly
It
like,
was-
Totally.
everything
but you
shut
guys
down.
literally turned the entire, like the whole place would stop and look, and that's not an exaggeration of like, oh, I'm gonna self-mythologize. This party was so hot.
Totally.
I've witnessed the entire club turn and look at you guys.
Yeah.
Just dancing, and then me and my friends, just little trolls behind the DJ booth, like all hiding from the attention, dancing and hand voguing.
Tadia back there.
Yeah, I mean Tadia Ray from the Boxcar Cobalt, we love.
And sweet Kevin.
Oh, we love Kevin.
Diva Kevin Wolfhard.
Oh my God.
The two of them would always join the two, or however many of you were on stage,
Yeah.
and it just added so much.
Sometimes would
atmosphere.
message me the night of, being like, "Go, you coming?"
Yeah.
Yes. So
Because
sweet.
fuck this
still-
shit.
Yeah.
If you're not coming.
He still talks about you guys. He loves you guys.
Totally.
Yeah. No.
And I remember I came and I turned to look for Trevor's going away party.
Was it the Daphne one?
No, that you guys did that.
That was me.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
oh, that was
That was
me
his
and Kevin's
that was his
special.
birthday.
Yes.
But then
We're-
he did a going away party, I think, before he went to Iceland. Is that where he went?
He went to Denmark. Yeah.
Denmark, right.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if you were there, but
I was not at that party.
I was doing a photo shoot and then I just briefly showed up after just to make Trevor laugh.
Yeah.
Good old Kevin's there, like holding down the dance floor.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah. But
No,
I'm
that-
excited to get back into that one the most.
Me too.
Oh yeah,
It's just
absolutely.
the best. I mean, I like it. There's kind of like a mystery. It's like, are they going to show up?
Yeah.
Who's going to show up? Who's going to get their $50?
Preferably less of us.
First come, first serve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say, a lot of people have stolen that whole vibe of just showing up in a costume or a look. I mean,
Totally.
for the straight people, it's a costume.
Totally.
But for other queer people, they show up like in a full disco look. Sometimes you'll go in and you'll be like,
live.
"Oh,
It's a hot look.
yeah,
And I will, here's the thing about the stage space, I will share it if you deserve it.
yeah." Oh, that's true.
True.
You
I'm
always-
really good at
Yeah.
sharing it. I can work with this much space or that much space. It doesn't matter to me.
I have seen you push women off the stage.
I pushed a guy off the entire stage once because he would not fucking move.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to make out with his girlfriends and like,
And
I
you're
turned,
like, "This is for
I tapped
dancing."
him on the shoulder and I'm like, if you're gonna dance, you're gonna dance. And I'm in 6-inch heels. This is a safety hazard.
Yeah.
You and Tong, the tallest security that place has ever seen.
Exactly.
They took care of us too.
But if you're turning
They
a
do.
look and you're dancing and prancing, swirling, twirling,
Yeah, that's
feeling like a lily, looking like an orchid, then you
What? What? Feeling like a lily.
Looking like an
then you
orchid.
may then you may share the space with me.
Oh my god.
That's my thing. And if
that's-
there's no
yeah.
one there, I will work the entire stage.
That's
Huge,
right.
yeah, huge shout out, honestly, to the Fox because, they were so accommodating. And not accommodating,
Yeah.
they're so welcoming. They loved all of us coming for that party,
Yeah.
and they really did take care
Also,
of
I
us.
forget the owner's name, the lady.
She's the bar manager,
Right.
Darlene.
Darlene.
Yeah.
Love her, because when I went sober this year,
Yeah.
she had like some very sweet words for me, and just, she was like,
Mm-hmm.
I remember why we like having you guys here. Because
Yeah.
you just light up the room.
And like
it was very sweet, because I never really...
That's such a
Because
nice
I was always so
compliment.
fucked up, so I never really... I would just walk by her, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
that's
It
beautiful.
was nice to actually connect with
Mhm.
her
Aw.
and say thank you, like express my gratitude for that, because I love that party so much.
Well,
Yeah, that'll be the.
we'll work towards it. We'll
I was gonna
bring
say.
bring a little back.
Totally.
That's like
Alright.
definitely been a goal for me this year too. Is like if there's one party that like I get nostalgic for or like
Yeah.
that like
Just the shenanigans before we go.
exactly we always had so much fun and
Right.
like we
Yeah.
got to do it again. So we're gonna like that's like It's on the list, babes.
Exactly.
We gotta do it.
Carla's
Oh my
become
God,
like one of my
Carla.
best friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we got really close. Yeah.
Carla, CG, Allison, holding down the front.
Totally.
Tickets, line, coat check. Just like so nice.
You do a phenomenal job too.
Yeah.
Yeah, CG called it, when I walked through the dance floor, she calls it party in the sea.
Yeah. Park the Sea Winters.
Like I'm drag Moses. So I had a drag idea. I wanted to make the 10 Commandments with my pads.
Shut the fuck up.
This was at Trevor Risk Going Away party. Y'all should have been there.
Oh my God.
And then I would show up as drag Moses. And I would part the sea.
Oh my God.
And then I would pull my tights down like a dust move.
Yeah.
And have the 10 Commandments.
Impeccable.
Oh my God.
So I don't know when or where that's happening.
But write that down. That's one
Oh
for
my
the
God.
book, bitch.
Please.
But I'm going to the foam shop.
Get to craft it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'd love to know, how did you and Valynne actually meet? How did that happen? Because like you were like more of a social media lurker like myself.
Mm-hmm.
So did you know Valynne through Facebook or Instagram? Like, how did you like
I
even
had her on
discover?
Facebook, and me and my roommates would keep her on Instagram. We were just obsessed because like the
'Cause
whole
she's
spook thing, and
incredible.
she's just phenomenal, exactly. And doing something different than everyone else was in Vancouver.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I don't know, I just saw a lot of myself in her, like personality wise, but I was too scared to say hi to her because she was already like so iconic at the time.
Yeah.
But then, so we the challenge for week 2 was to do a number like in the spirit of a drag legend. And I got Valynne Vile, and when I read my little thing on the note, I said Miss Valynne Vile.
One thing she loves.
Yeah.
People
And I just-
mispronouncing her name.
And I just see her in the back, like so stony faced. She's
Yeah.
so upset. And then so from there I met up with her to like take some notes on her and her like drag influence and stuff.
Yeah.
And then realized we have a lot in common. And then I did like for the week 2 number I did like because for her Cobalt she did like a stalker thing.
Oh
Or
yeah.
something. So my roommate made a collage for me. She printed out like 30 things of Valynne's like social media posts, and she made like a collage of me, and I had like VV on my shirt, and I was like a cheerleader.
Oh my God.
And it was like a Valynne Vile stalker fantasy. Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So then from there we just connected a little bit, and she helped me get some gigs like East Side Pride and Carlotta's show.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took like 2 years for her to adopt me because she's KG.
Yeah.
I mean, I can attest to being reluctant to adopt a drag child.
Totally.
Yeah, that's so fun. But like, then that happened. 2
did.
years. 2 years later.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on.
But like we
Val.
were always really good friends from there.
That's fabulous. And like, I will say, like, I always admired like when I would like when I was doing my cyber stock, and like no one fucking did eyeliner like her. Like she had her beat. Like that was the
Totally.
big thing that I remember. Like
I learned a lot of my makeup from her. Mm-hmm. She painted me once for the Bratpack 2006 thing or whatever.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
a very iconic show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were Valynne, and then you got to pick her for the recruit. Oh my God, that's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
And so you learned makeup, you got gigs. That's pretty like a traditional like drag mother, drag child.
I mean, she basically was already my drag mother before she officially adopted me, and she even said like, she's like, I'm sorry I haven't asked you. I'm just like, because she's just like me. We're like anxious people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both pretty reserved.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But like it was a nonverbal thing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Right. Then it was just nice to have that like final title, like a boom, like
Totally.
you've been living.
And then we did a number about it where she birthed me as like a squid thing. And we did it's the most ridiculous number ever. The music, I had to crawl underneath her dress out on the stage into the middle. And we were trying, and Valynne's a drama queen, so she doesn't realize there's a human under her. And she just like struts out like full throttle. And I had to crawl like triple the speed. And then the music doesn't start on time, so she doesn't know when to start. And then she births me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then we did what's that Peaches song? Sucking on my
With
titties like you wanted me, calling me
all the time.
like when you check out my Chrissy behind, it's fine all of the time. Like sex on the beaches.
Yeah. Oh, the
Teachers
of
of Peaches.
Thank you. That one.
Yeah.
We did this fierce wig reveal where we had long black wigs on, and then we have our iconic like my red curly one.
Yeah.
Bounces. And she had a white one, and we just flipped and then strutted.
Oh my God.
Was
Gem
this
tipped us. It was
Was this a
great.
sanctuary?
No, this was
A one-off?
when they were doing Bratpack Presents.
Oh, right, the summer
Shortly
break.
before The Recruit.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
Valynne
she
got
had
like
me
her
and
own
2
show.
burlesque girls.
Right.
And so that was her birth of me.
Oh, cute.
And then we did like a garbage song, I forget which one. And it turned into a disaster because it was like a 7-minute-long number.
Yeah.
And we were staring at each other on the stage like, oh my god, were we so extra? Bro, what the fuck?
I love that concept that they did of Bratpack Presents.
I thought it was cool, yeah.
That was cool.
Because then everybody gets to have a break, and then everybody gets to like shine and do their own thing.
Totally.
So
Oh, the closing number we did was sweet for Valynne's. It was like a cult thing, and we like did a skin peel on her. It was awesome.
Oh my God.
So the whole night she was wearing like a face of makeup over like a bunch of latex.
oh my god,
Yeah.
the dedication on that one
Totally.
is unmatched.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I looked up to a lot, which is why partly why I
Yeah.
took it so serious when I'm getting ready. Like this isn't Valynne Vile level perfection.
Right. Right. Yeah, in my eyes, it always is perfection. I mean, and that's just
Yeah.
me. That's just me, my frumpy dumpy ass.
Yeah.
Like, to my taste level. Like, I don't trust mine over anyone else's. But, like, no, I love it. But that's so cute. I didn't know, because I actually, I saw you, did you do one at 1181 with Valynne ever?
A couple times, yeah.
Because I saw one of you two doing one
done
together.
two.
Okay,
We
what
did
was,
2 shame spirals, that's right.
I think it was the second one. The
Oh,
last
when we did the Frank Sinatra number?
Yeah.
The duet?
That's the one I saw.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, which was fun because the first... Oh, actually, both duets we did were my idea.
Look at you.
Isn't that something, Valynne? Lazy.
Why'd you say it to her face? She's right here.
No, collaborations for sure. We picked someone in the audience and then we like took them off stage and we were like throwing limbs into the audience.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I love Valynne's brain.
I loved your song choices
Mm-hmm.
constantly. I mean, you and Valynne have always had like, I don't know how to describe it because they're not like weird songs. I have a very I'm so interesting. I have a broad taste of music, but I do
Same.
like a little
I
bit of
get like that,
everything.
too.
Yeah, I think we've talked about music before where we just
Yeah.
like so many different things, and then you've
Totally.
always picked just stuff that you just don't see typically in
Well,
drag
I'll pick
shows.
like the punchiest one for a number.
Yeah,
Like, if I'm performing Miss Patti Smith, I'm not gonna pick like all her
yeah,
crazy 9-minute long songs, but
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna keep it to 3 or 4 minutes and
yeah,
under.
exactly. But I will pay ode to her still. Right?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Pick a because
Or like the
the night.
B-52s. I have a myriad of songs that I'm obsessed with, but I can't do all of them.
Oh, God, I
Yeah.
know. Trust me.
The best.
But yeah, it's kind of my favorite part of drag is the song selection, for sure.
That's kind of the fun thing too about doing like a show where you get to like dance to all the songs because it's like
Mhm.
sometimes it's really hard to actually be like, okay, I'm gonna focus and like we're gonna just only highlight this one song tonight. When it's like
Yeah.
you're like I kind of want to like just like half lip sync along to like
Yeah.
100. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It's,
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun. But no, you always have great. You got a good tight skirt.
Yeah. Well, I rehearse for my numbers like Carlotta Girl does.
Yeah.
Which is we don't. Because we know the songs so well that we're performing.
You
because we
just
love them
listen
so
to it
much.
constantly,
Yeah.
and then you're walking down the street and you got a
Yeah.
little sachet.
Yeah, and you're not particularly like, impersonating them. You're just
Yeah, you're just living the
yeah,
song.
exactly.
Truly.
It's my favorite part about drag for sure.
Killer. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's so cute. Aww. I love little family stories.
Me too.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's interesting. Did you ever drag
Did I have a drag
mama,
parent,
papa,
mother?
parent?
Do you?
Yeah, no, I never. I kind of wanted a drag mother when I first started, and I hinted more than once or twice to Isolde, but
What year did you first start?
I guess it was 2011.
Wow.
It would have been when I moved here, and then I did like, yeah, I guess you wouldn't call me like a drag queen, like a performing queen at that point. My first performance was in 2012, but I definitely went out a few times in drag in 2011 when I moved here.
Yeah, was this like Cobalt days still, or like
Oh yeah, the Cobalt was the
Cobalt
first.
was popping off way more than it did in the final years then, right? From what I've heard from the scene.
Yeah, for sure. The Cobalt was still like, it was still busy near the end, but nowhere near between like 2012 to 2016. Like that was for sure
Apocalyptic and
the
stuff?
busiest.
Apocalyptic, that's what it was.
Apocalyptic every Sunday.
Hustler, was that a thing?
Hustler was the last Saturday of every month.
Gay Agenda.
Gay Agenda, Queer Bash.
Yeah.
And then of course like can't forget Man-Up.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Man-Up.
Man-Up is actually my favorite place to perform, probably.
Yeah.
Like, disco's my favorite party, but Man-Up
Yeah.
is my favorite stage to perform on because the themes are so good and the variety is amazing.
I got to do one Man-Up as a performer, and then I helped out with one of their Halloween shows one
I
time.
remember that.
Yeah, and I had such a good time. I really enjoy the crowd. I actually went to the Man-Up's 11th anniversary last weekend.
Me too.
Jealous.
Super,
Stuck in rehab.
super
Get
cute.
in the way.
Yeah.
Well, once you're out, that would be a great, actually, good place to start if you want to do like another.
Oh,
just, like, a
Ponyboy's
live.
actually
Yeah.
like my heart and soul because they just the messages they've sent me because like I've had to cancel gigs before because addiction and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like I hate when I'll ask for a gig and then cancel for something that I asked for.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's just like, why am I even doing it?
Right.
I get very that. But they're totally understanding about the whole like addiction part of it, and they have a gig when I want it. So that's just nice to know that like I have
Yeah.
a little family there still.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there is loyalty throughout the entire community, but
Totally.
especially the Man-Up crew.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They 100% take care of their own.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
it's really like that's the definition of community.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they've lasted 11 years.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the only reason.
And it's just powerful performances there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a way more emotional show than like some others.
Super emotional, and you just like people just they have license to do whatever they want. Like even if the theme is like I went to the astrology one.
Oh, I was supposed to do that. I had to cancel on that one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was gonna be Cancer, and I was gonna steal it from Valynne. I was gonna do Side to Side.
Oh yeah.
By Ariana Grande, and I was gonna be like a crab, but with
crab.
like Rubbermaid oven mitts. And I was gonna serve crab cakes.
Oh
But then I relapsed. So.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Save that number because I want to see it. Yeah, but the performances that night, like some were really funny and some were like very emotional.
Totally.
And you just like that kind of variety. I don't think you really see anywhere else.
Totally.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
Even in shows that I've gone to, like in the States and like
Yeah.
overseas, the caliber of a Man-Up show is actually like it's pretty
Totally.
tight.
Every
Yeah.
performance I've done at Man-Up has been like some of my top tier ones, I think, that I've had.
Yeah.
Like, I got to do a duet with Ponyboy in like 2016. I forget what
Wow.
it was. Odd Couples was the theme.
That's the show that I did because it was
Yeah.
me and Owen.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
remember that.
because I'm so tall.
Yeah.
Guys.
And me and
Yeah.
Ponyboy, we did like a lesbian lovers thing.
Yeah.
To Talk to Me by Peaches.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good one.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
my god. Oh.
That was a pivotal number, actually.
Oh, so I got to do 2 Man-Ups. Okay, I'm pleased.
Was
with
that the Halloween 2015?
The Halloween 2015, yeah, and that they did the
I did that one with Deep Blue, I remember.
they did
Oh,
like
yeah.
the haunted
Yeah.
zombie thing, and I was the mom on the phone,
Right. Yeah, yeah.
and so I got to do like that little acting scene, and then I did one Man-Up show where I sang an Elton John song, and then I did the show with Owen.
Oh
And
god.
What did you and Owen do? I was drunk.
I think it was an Elton John song actually. Yeah. Oh, I think it was "Don't Go Breaking My Heart."
Variety Queen.
Variety show.
Oh.
Queen for the people.
Oh, what a discography.
Yeah.
Love. Love.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
No, man.
probably have some of my favorite numbers that I can actually remember, even through all the blackouts.
Thank you.
Like the Hands to Myself one. Or what song was it?
I did Hands to Myself. Oh, I
With
did
all the
Hands to
tiny
Myself.
hands.
Yes. Yeah, and I borrowed a bunch of Valynne's severed hands, and
It's fucking hysterical.
I had them in a suitcase, and then at the high note, I bust open the suitcase, and just hands flew all over the junction.
And then your first number, or first or second week of Bratpack,
Mm.
when you did a RuPaul song mixed with
Mixed with that Vogue ball.
Fierce, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think, did we watch that
It was
one
a
the
mix.
other night? It was definitely a mix. I remember doing Sissy That Walk.
Yes.
And I remember
And I think it started with Fierce.
so it started with Fierce, Azealia Banks,
Mhm.
and then I mixed in some like ball commentary.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I went into like a YouTube spiral, lifted audio from an actual ball,
Your drag
and
mom.
then
The archives.
asked my drag mom for some audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then did Sissy That Walk, and yeah, sure do remember that. Oh,
I
that's when I
fucking
had.
love that number.
That's when I had that toasted
Yeah.
rainbow wig.
Oh.
I It's all. I'm surprised that I can remember this because
I'm surprised I can remember as much as I do. Cause
yeah.
You know
what's funny is that I've listened to many other podcasts with drag queens, and they'll talk about like, oh, remember this show in like 1992, and those bitches will be like, I wore this person was there. So I don't know what it is about.
like that too.
I don't know what it is about drag performers because we will drink our faces off and
narcissism.
Narcissism. And thank you. Thanks, Dr. Oz. The analysis.
Wow.
Yeah, 100%. We will be able to recall a fucking number.
Totally.
Like,
fucking crazy.
To the thread count.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can remember little stuff like for 2016 Bratpack, I had to do a duet with Shady Or, and I asked you to borrow some wigs because I had to be the mom for a hairspray number. And you gave me that big beehive wig.
Oh my god, that
And you also gave me like a teal wig.
Yes. Oh, that
and I
teal
used the
wig.
beehive one, and I did like a sexy librarian look.
Yeah.
That ratted wig. So good. Just little stuff like that I always remember.
Oh my god, I loved that beehive wig.
I had to meet you at Bratpack before the show. Get it?
Yes. Yes, I do remember now. Oh my god.
I had to slide in and be like, hey, I'm not paying. I'm just walking in.
Yeah.
I just need these wigs to go not rehearse a number.
I'm so glad this episode turned around into just my little fan club.
Yeah. Let's talk about all these moments.
Oh, God.
Well, it's funny. No, there's a plethora of old videos of you performing. I gotta do a deep dive on some cinnamon performances. Have you seen any cinnamon performances on YouTube?
There's a couple.
There's a few. There's not that many.
Some choice ones.
There's
my favorite would be the Dust versus Me lip sync battle.
Lip sync
the
battle.
Iconic sunglasses reveal.
Okay, I've seen that and I love that one so much.
He was putting his hands all over my Yamato Kansai sweater that I bought.
And I'm much unhappy about that.
And let me tell you, Dust did not know the words.
Yeah. Well, that's because we've had meetings in the ladies' room before.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're familiar with the content.
No, I was ready. I wanted to bury her, so I was rehearsing that all week. My favorite song ever performed, Give Me Life by Quanah Style.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the Diana Boss remix of that is...
Well, that is the actual song.
Bang. Oh, I thought they remixed it.
No,
I think she recorded it with them.
Oh, okay. It's a fucking banger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite song to perform, she sent me the unreleased version that instead of saying, and to my best friends, thank you so much, it says, to my best friends, fuck you.
Yeah.
So I had the edgy version.
It's true. Let's finish it with this. You're stuck on a desert island, okay? You can only take 3 performers with you.
Mm.
And this is...
I am stuck on a desert island, I'm sober.
There you go. Who are you going to bring with you?
Who's coming with?
Who are you taking? Who are you taking with you to the island? You get 3. You can give... And it can change whenever. This is just of today. This is like, let's say this is happening at, 9 p.m. today on this Wednesday. Who are you going to take with you? Who's going on this island?
I'm going to take some sober queens so we can have ourselves a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take Ray Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Jaylene Time.
Yeah.
Keep me grounded.
Yeah.
That's good. Those are good choices.
Yeah.
And they will get things done.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
They'll get things done. They'll also have a wardrobe.
Yeah.
You can borrow from.
Mm-hmm. That's
And they
true.
scare me. So
Yeah.
we'll get to know each other.
Perfect.
Your mission sister.
They'll get to know the new me.
Exactly.
And probably Kevy for the cackles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kevy with the cackles.
Yeah.
Kevin with the cackles.
We should wrap this up and then we can
For sure.
chit chat.
Yeah.
Kiki.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's long enough.
All right.
Well,
I'm exhausted because I've laughed so much.
this has been such a treat. Oh my god.
Well, this was the ticket.
This was the ticket.
Oh my god.
Before we go,
Oh
I
my
would
God.
like to let's take a moment to remember.
I come up with a new catchphrase every week. Still in rehab, I do. Right now, mine is like, I say holy and then something like this.
There's a good old Batman throwback on this one.
Yeah.
Like someone might be from like a small town in Alberta and like they say something like a little not PC.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, holy Hannah.
Oh my god, Holy Hannah. Holy Hannah, my grandmother used to say that. That's a polite way for a Catholic woman to swear.
Yeah.
Holy Hannah.
Holy Hannah.
And that's the ticket. Always an iconic
Well, that's
one.
the ticket. That is a good
That's
one.
the
That
ticket
is-
I adopted for a long time.
Yeah, that's
I
a
have to
true.
say.
That's true. Drag lexicon.
Well, that's the ticket is the ticket.
Bitch, that's the
Yeah.
ticket.
Stamped and punched.
Yeah.
That's how you skip the line at the junction.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
You just walk by. That's the ticket. You ain't putting no stamps on this wrist. I have too many bracelets on.
Bitch, I am the ticket.
Jingle jangle, baby.
Someone behind me points at me. That's the ticket.
You know that really tall Bhangra dancer? I'm gonna go with her.
Yeah, that's the one. So good.
Because of the bracelets. You know what? That was wasted on you people.
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
I think I got it incorrect too. So
yeah,
it's
I
fine.
did know what the fuck that was. I still laughed though.
I appreciate it.
I didn't want to not laugh and then be embarrassed later.
I'm lost.
What else? What other catchphrases? There's some like good time gals.
Good time. Did you coin that?
No.
Who coined good time gals?
You did.
Is that me?
I think that's you.
I think so. Yeah.
I think you created good time gals.
You just like
if not, you made it like
you
that.
made
You
it a
introduced
thing.
it to me.
Yeah.
You're like just a couple good time
We're
gals.
just out with me. Oh yeah, my like convoluted Instagram like captions and stuff.
Good time gals.
Just out with my good time gals at the venue. At the venue, me and Kevin
venue.
love saying the venue. Go call. We're just gonna walk to the venue. Not on Granville. We ain't going to a rap concert. We go to the Fox.
That's right, bitch. You're pulling up to the venue. Oh, I love it.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much for coming on and
Yeah.
for being so funny and honest and great. And I can't wait to have you back on for another like 18 more episodes. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
If you ever want to come back on, you have a spot here.
Well, moving in, so.
Oh, that,
Yeah.
that makes it easy.
We're all bunking down.
This is actually my escape to rehab. That's why
Yeah.
I bought a bag.
Well, pull out the cot.
Yeah.
Let's get to sleep.
I'll go get the air mattress.
Oh.
Kevin was here
Ow.
last week.
That's
God.
right.
But yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, of
That was
course.
lovely.
Honestly, like such a treat, and like just really good to see you in person because it's been too long.
Yeah.
It's nice to connect.
And
Yeah.
you know what this means.
We gotta close out another episode.
The focus.
With our dear friend Cinnamon Winters and my beautiful friend, co-founder, co-host, Energy, the one and only
Whoops.
Amy Time.
Whips in the chain. Amy time.
Whips and Chains, Amy Grindhouse. And I am, of course, Chandelier. And this has been
Drag lag.
See ya.
Bye.